Hello, welcome back. My name is Millie. I'm the customer experience.
I am the customer experience. I'm
a part of the customer experience team here at Adore Beauty. Today, we're gonna have a little bit of a chat about some of my favorite dry shampoos. I'm also gonna give you some tips and tricks on how to get the best out of your dry shampoo, and even just a bit of an insight on why you would kind of step up to something maybe a little bit bougier than perhaps your bargain price dry shampoos that you are gonna find in the supermarket. When you think dry shampoo, you do think aerosol. However, there are other options as well. So you do have the option of a paste and you also have an option of a powder. The main kind of component with when you would choose which formula, it's honestly just personal preference. If you do have darker hair, I would stay away from more of the talcum based ones, just as they can be a little bit more white and they can kind of show. Alrighty, so before we go into a bit of a product breakdown, I just want to give you a couple little tips, tricks, and little things that I've learned over my many years of using a dry shampoo. When you do use dry shampoo, you want to use it from about 5 to 6 centimeters away from the scalp. You want a section where you want to use it. A couple quick spritzes and kind of a moving motion. You want to leave it for like a minute or two, brush your teeth, put on your lipstick, whatever you need to do. And then you want to really massage it into the scalp. This is what's going to help with that flawless look. You're not going to see any chalky residue. You're not going to see any white patches. You're not even going to know that it's there. Plus, it's going to give you a little boost of volume. Another really great tip, when I have freshly washed my hair before I'm about to go to bed for the second day, this is when I'll use dry shampoo. So I've washed my hair in the morning, right? She's taken off her makeup, put on her skincare, and before I'm about to go to bed, I give a bit of a spritz of my dry shampoo, always in the areas that I find that my scalp gets oilier most. A couple little spritzes, go to bed, sleep on your silk pillowcase because that's the best thing you can do for your hair. And when you wake up, not only are you going to find that the dry shampoo has really worked itself into your hair, you're going to have incredible volume. Your hair is going to feel just as clean as that perfect first day. When your scalp gets oilier the most, if it's the third or the fourth day, then you want to do it on the second day. If it's the fourth, you would do it on the third day. So that's kind of my best tip when using it.
So have I been doing it wrong? Because I put dry shampoo on after my hair is already oily.
It'll still help. It's still gonna help. But the best function you can kind of do if you get it before it even gets oily. The reason your hair gets oily is because the follicle has, in your scalp, you've got like a little sebum patch. The follicle will release some sebum, and that's why, because oil is actually good for your hair. Like, oil is aesthetically not great. We don't love her. We're like, no, go away. But oil in the hair is actually how the scalp's moisturizing itself. It's strengthening your hair. It's protecting your hair even. So you don't want to completely strip it of all of those oils, but you just want to take away the look of it. If you are an avid user and you're using it every single day up until your next wash, I would give it a really good scrub. So I would use like a scalp scrub or like a cleansing shampoo. So something like your Kevin Murphy Maxi Wash, your 11 Deep Clean, something that's going to really help to remove that buildup off the scalp. My top favorites would be the IGK dry shampoos. Now, the reason I really enjoy these is that there's a level. So depending on how oily your hair gets, so it's called Direct Flight. Also the packaging, gorgeous. I really like her just as like a lighter kind of spritz. So starting on like my first day, I would start with something like this. Once I found that my scalp started to produce like the oil, I'm looking at my second or my third day. That's where I really love First Class. It is your heavy duty in a bottle. So these ones, you are looking at about $42. The more like professional dry shampoos, you are going to be looking at a little bit of a higher cost. Now, there is multiple reasons for this. You're paying for the formulation, you're paying for the ingredients. Some of the supermarket dry shampoos might have a higher quantity of talcum powder in the formula. So that means it's still going to soak up the oil. It just means that you're getting more of that white, like powdery residue. So that's where you might find, when you step up to something a little bit more higher quality, you might find that, you get less of that residue. You get a little bit more out of the product. You don't have to use it as much. Another one of my favorites is the Mr. Smith dry shampoo. You can't, oh, there's a hair on it. You can't go past their packaging. I am a sucker for minimalist as well. This one also smells incredible. Their scents are one of my all-time favorites. They're very like Australian plant kind of based. So it's all very fresh ingredients. It's not as heavy duty as, you know, most dry shampoos, but it does make the hair feel nicer and smell nicer. So if that's more what you're looking for, if you're looking for something that's just like that medium kind of hold with the dry shampoo, then this one would be the one that I would go towards. Another one, speaking of scents, is one of my all-time favorites, and I do not stop yapping on about this one, and it is the 11 Give Me Clean Hair. Sometimes I'll just spray it and be like, oh, delicious. 11 can honestly do no wrong with their styling products. You can't beat them like price-wise. So this one is $24.95 and it is a 208 ml as well. It is an aerosol. Not much to complain about there. The last aerosol that I really enjoy, and this one is a hidden gem. It's the Coloran. It is the dry shampoo and it's got nettle in it as well. So nettle is really, really, really great for oil absorption and whatnot. You're only looking at about $16 for this one as well. This one's a little bit more handbag friendly. It feels a little bit more like heavier kind of duty. It doesn't feel like powdery. So if I'm feeling a little bit lazy and I only want to wash my hair once a week, I'll definitely reach for something like Coloran. Also really great that it's a cruelty-free brand. Like it's not minty, but it's that like, it smells like fresh, like herb plants. Don't mind me. We have our nice travel size of the dry texturizing spray. I do really like the Orbe, obviously packaging, the formulas, the scents. You are getting the bougie of the bouge. Makes the hair and scalp feel really great. But unfortunately you are looking at, and we are getting a price check right now, $32 for your little travel component.
The regular one is $68.
And the regular one is $68. Not in everyone's budget, you know, it's certainly not in mine. The thing that I like about this one as well is it's kind of a mix between like a dry shampoo and a texture spray, so you get a really nice finish. You get really like volumized at the roots and a bit of hang on. Feels nice.
Yeah, instant volume.
Instant volume. Oh, it smells great. Hate her and her budget. For the people who, for whatever reason, you don't like using an aerosol, it's all personal preference, we do have some options. This one is actually one of my all-time favorite dry shampoos and styling products. So it's the R&Co Skyline and it's a dry shampoo powder. To get a more like body and like voluminous and like oomph, this is your best friend. It does make a little bit more of a mess because it's a powder, and I'll show you what I mean. So you kind of spritz it up, get in there. Smells great. It's super, super, super finely milled, so you don't need a lot. It disperses over the scalp a lot nicer than an aerosol. That's definitely one of the bonuses of the powder. I find that it also works into the scalp super easy and into the hair as well, and it brushes out really beautifully too. And it's an incredible option if anyone says to me, I want a dry shampoo but I don't like aerosols. Number one. Last but not least, we have a dry shampoo paste. Now this one is a half dry shampoo, half styling paste. It is not for everyone. However, it does have its place in our dry shampoo family. It's not a black sheep, but it's like a gray sheep, a little bit speckled, like the one you see at Christmas and you're like, see you next year. Say if you are on your last legs, but you want some seriously sexy volume, you want some movement, you want that zhuzh, that oof, that like, yes. You kind of scrape it out and you kind of work it in with your fingertips. So you kind of heat it up. And this one is really great because you can really concentrate it. So say if I want like a bit more volume up here, I can kind of work it into the hair, especially in this front bit here. Less is more. This one would be perfect for someone with even shorter hair than myself. So if you're looking at like a pixie crop, I do not think this would be suitable for anyone with like my hair length or longer. Definitely keep it to someone with shorter hair, someone who doesn't mind a bit of like a rougher kind of finish. It does leave the hair a little bit more gritty. If you do have any further questions, feel free to leave a comment. We would love to help you out. That's about all you need to know about dry shampoos for today. But if you would like to check any other videos from us, please click the links over here. Honestly, put me in one of the hair products and I'm like, here we go. Here's 20 minutes. Let me yap. Like,